Hello, everybody. We're going to do the jewelry call. It's August 5th, and we're going to talk about vintage eyewear. And also, I'm going to go through some lots that we can talk about that I bid on high bid this last week. And we can discuss whether, would you went ahead and paid what they did or not, or why. The why is the big part. It's not necessarily the money part as much as if we, should or shouldn't. So. What I found about vintage eyewear, for one, is that when you're trying to look at the marks with the loop, you will continuously poke yourself in the eye with the bows of the glasses if you're klutzy and like me, because I was just constantly like, this is ridiculous. I can't read the mark. I don't know what I'm doing. Um, that just might be me. I'm kind of clumsy and awkward like that. But the big sellers or the best money I found across the board is if you can find the vintage eyewear with that says that it's gold filled, you can, if they aren't broken, even if they don't have lenses, they're about 30 bucks. So that's a fairly good standard, is $30 for the gold filled eyeglasses, the old ones. And they will usually say like 10 karat, whatever it is, 12 karat gold filled on the nose piece on the inside. And then I learned, after I poked myself in the eye numerous times trying to use a loop, trying to read on the arms and all that stuff, is that if there's markings on the arms and there are prescription lenses for distance in the glasses, all you have to do is fold up the arms and look through the prescription lens, and it will magnify it for you so you're not sticking your eye out, poking your eye out every time. That was like a really humbling experience for me. I'm like, wow, I've been doing this like wrong the whole time. I could have just, used the eye lens to read this. But the gold filled mark inside the nose or sometimes on the inside of the arm seems to be the best indicator of value for those. But there are different styles. There's also the keywords in vintage eyeglasses are not keywords that I maybe would have thought of. Like killer is a huge vintage eyeglass keyword for Jeffrey Dahmer looking glasses. Like a very common keyword in the eyeglass. I didn't really know that, I guess, so I looked it up. And then, yeah, I'm gonna share my screen and we're gonna look at some of the ones that stood out to me for having the extra value and why, and some that just had interesting keywords that maybe that's why they sold good. It was a whole different market for me. So let me share my screen. I had this pulled up, I promise. Maybe it's on this tab. Nope, not that tab. There it is. All right, you guys see a pair of eyeglasses come up? Am I on the right screen, sharing the right screen?
Yes, the eyeglasses.
Perfect, thank you, Crystal. So these are some that I had. This isn't my listing, but I did look up, I got 30 pairs of gold-filled rimmed old glasses for 30 bucks the other day on Whatnot. So, and then I just got frustrated and I'm just gonna make a lot out of them because I didn't want to look at them anymore. But lots of times this is kind of the look that they have. They are not all created equal though, I will say that. And there is the marking inside the nose piece. That's really common for the gold filled ones. They'll be right inside the nose piece. And some of them had like, weird little mannequins. And this one actually had really good pictures compared to a lot of them. A lot of the lots, they just have them all out there. And there are lots of the 38 and 35 that are over $1,000 on eBay. So there is money to be made in these for sure.
That's
So
crazy.
I don't know if,
Oh,
hmm?
I said that's
You,
crazy. Wow.
you said 38, 35. What is that? Oh, there are a
Like a
lot.
lot of 30,
Oh,
35 to 30 to 35. Yep.
glasses. Yeah, okay.
Yep. Yep. About 800 to $1,000 consistently.
Wow.
So I didn't, we could look up those lots because I took lots out of my search like I do for jewelry all the time. But, um, if you look up vintage eyeglasses lot gold filled, see,
Wow. Look at that. Mm, mm, mm.
66 pairs, 1250.
Oh,
Those are just parts for 1180. I'm assuming they're just all scrapping them. But here's 25 pairs for 825.
wow.
So these lots, if I could keep buying 30 at a time, you could, for 30 bucks, you could have some pretty good money. 17 for 730.
So they're popping the glass out for
Yeah,
some of
the
those,
ones that
right?
are doing the scrap lots, yes.
Right.
These aren't though, you know, like here's 25 pairs for 665. The glass is all still in those.
25 pair for 600 bucks?
Well,
Yeah,
here's a,
Oh, they're Bosch Lomb.
our radar
no, it was all
went up.
different makers.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Larry's radar went up.
And then here is 66 pairs for 1250, and those still have the glasses in them.
What difference does it make, did you say, whether to put the lens in or take it out? Was it?
Well, if you're just doing a scrap lot, they don't want the glasses in because you're doing it by weight for the gold.
Oh, okay.
But these have the glasses in them, 944. So it's a thing, guys. It's a thing.
So many.
Here was 17 pairs for 730. Yeah.
That's
Could you
insane.
zoom in on that 17 pair or whatever that one that has that one right there at the top? Yeah. Could you scroll through some of the pics there?
Oh, interesting.
Some
Man,
are
I
newer,
see those
some
all the
older.
time.
Yeah, I see
Yep.
them too. I don't pay much attention to them.
So I've always picked them up, but I had never thought about putting them, just throwing them in a lot like that.
Hey, here's a stupid question. Every glass that looks like that they're not all gold filled, are they?
No.
No.
Well, she said they're on the bridge though, so I mean, yeah.
Yep, inside the
Yeah,
nose.
I'm
usually.
just saying you have to check. Just
Yeah,
seeing
Yeah.
old
But I
glasses
will
doesn't
say most
necessarily.
of them that have that old look are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of them are.
And
Like
most
this
of the most of the glasses I run across are $1 a
these.
pair
Yeah.
at estate
Like all
sales.
these,
Mm,
those usually are.
interesting.
So I just looked up one lot and it was 161 grams and they sold it for for $702.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
706. And the scrap value is $869.
My scrapper
So
won't
why
take
would
them.
you?
Put out all that money for that. Yeah.
I don't know why. My jeweler won't take them unless you like clean them all up and take them all apart.
Mm.
Yeah, but
I don't
even
know
then
why.
they have to melt them down and separate the gold from the base metal. And that's got to
But,
be a costly process.
Because they're
but
gold
some of them
filled.
do.
Yeah, mine won't. Mine doesn't like to take, like, I hardly get, I had a pile of gold filled last time and it was like $10, like for gold filled. They just don't, I don't know. Mine doesn't love taking gold filled at all. So if you find somebody that would just take it like that, then absolutely. I imagine they're gonna buy it, take them all apart, and they have a refinery that'll take them, if I had to
Yeah.
guess. Because I'm not sitting there taking all the little screws out and stuff, and that's what I'd have to do that, and I'm too lazy. If not, there's probably extra money to be made, like Lynn said. So
I wonder what the threshold or what the criteria would be for popping the glass versus not.
I don't know, a lot of these do have them, but I do know that some of these lots go to like movie places too. They'll buy them for props.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a thing. But the lots are pretty decent. And I have a hard time always figuring out gold filled scrap price because depending on where you go, it's not the same as like having straight 12 karat. And I don't know, mine doesn't love dealing with it. And so that's just my experience. But I would sell these in a lot and not think twice about it. So I didn't have, because you also got to take off the ends sometimes because sometimes the ends are coated with something. So you got to take the ends off. But there's people probably making a decent living off buying these lots and doing that work and turning around and
Yeah.
getting the price out of it for sure.
I notice a lot of them seem to be bid or for, auctions.
Yeah, most of these are auctions. Yep.
Then you're gonna get the market value. I wonder how many bidders there are. Could you click on that 675 one right there? How
See,
how
that
many
guy did the work.
how many different
Mhm.
bidders are there?
Yeah, I ain't doing
More
all
bidders. Wow.
ain't doing all that. I don't care.
There's 1, 2, 3 separate bidders. Four separate bidders. Yep.
Yeah, it mentions it in the top left there.
Yep, I see that now. Yep.
Cool. Thank you.
So yeah, and he did the work. And well, I
Yes.
guess you still got to take the screws and crap out if it's not gold. Maybe those are gold. It could be, but they did the work for you. So like if I did that much work, I'm getting the price that Lynn said.
Right.
I'm gonna scrap it out and get it myself if I can find somewhere to take it or mail it in. There's probably a mail in place you could send it. But some of these are worth doing individually, and I did get some of these that are probably worth it, but I don't know that I want to mess with it, so I don't know that I'm going to mess with it. But like this one, I have a pair just exactly like this that I could probably get, you know, but then you wonder, like, depending on why they're buying it, maybe throwing in the good ones, maybe it'll help the auction value. I'm not really sure, but I'm not messing with them is what I decided. I had some Bosch Lomb fishing glasses that I might sell separately, but like these, I mean, these don't have any lenses in them. They're $150. So we all see these at garage sales and stuff. It was just something else we can pick up. I have a pair of these. This is why I found these two, is the aviator ones that have the across the top. So this pair by itself brought $149, cracked lens and all. Usually they're going to take lenses out anyway.
My husband's probably got a pair of them from the 80s.
Yep. And see, there's the mark for the gold filled. But that's $149 by itself. These I didn't really bring up because of the money part. I brought because I don't even know that they hid the sold price, but I just thought they were cool. I just thought they were really neat. Like, I would totally wear glasses like that. Civil War daffodil sunglasses. I just thought they were really neat. So there's different half eye ones that you can get too, and those are pretty neat. I had a pair of half eye in there, and then I had a pair of the flip lenses where they can flip the lenses up and down. So they're kind of neat. But if they are ornate and they have inlay, just like we have with jewelry, if you have, you know, if they're really cool or they're made out of cool materials, they'll bring more money. So here's a 4-pair listing that went for $109. And they did not, there's no weight or anything, I don't think. Nope, they didn't weigh them. They said 4 pairs, and this pair's broke.
It's $25 a piece.
Mhm.
Dang.
This one, I noticed all of them in this brand or this style all brought all had the keyword Playboy in the title. So that's this one is Playboy, but then the other ones, the knockoffs, also had them. So I am guessing that this was like a look in the 70s. I'm not really sure, but some of the brands. Here's American Optical seemed to be on the lower end because I had a bunch of those, but these had some neat little details and they did model them nicely. So a lot of the older American Opticals just say AO on the gold filled ones, but this one is not gold filled and it's still about $75 because it's cool.
Because it's like cat's eye.
Yeah, and a lot of the cat's eye didn't bring hardly anything because I had a couple pairs of them, but that pair did. So I think it's because of the cool ornateness. It had some pretty cool little inlays in them. I was excited because I had some of the old cat's eye ones and they're going in a lot. I thought they would be popular more than they were. So these, I mean, in the title, if you put super duper, that might be this guy just had some really cool old ones. But I think he hides his solds because you can't see how much they brought. So here's, I have a pair of these, the full view from Bosch Lomb. For whatever reason, they're desirable and they sell for about $150 to $195 mark. So I will probably sell this pair that I have separate. I liked, you know, so these are, I brought this one up just for Jake in case he was hanging around, but they are military surplus and they're new and they call them birth control glasses, which, you know, I really thought that was a great keyword there. Fabulous. Some of the keywords for glasses were just
Yes, they're so
hilarious.
ugly. Is that why? What the?
Yeah.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Just Playboy is probably Hefner. Probably had to do.
Yep.
Probably wore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here you got your hearing aids with a pair of glasses. It's like an all-in-one kit. They're actually the Beltone brand.
Well, because if you can't see, you can't hear either.
I have no idea, but you don't see a lot of them, so maybe it just the idea didn't take off. Maybe you just don't always need the same. This was the other set of cat's eye ones that are also Bosch and Lomb, and I had a couple Ray-Bans, which I didn't even know Ray-Bans was a thing, but Ray-Bans, I had some of the gold-filled wired ones that were Ray-Bans, which I didn't realize. So do look them up because some of them were in the $200 range. So I bet somebody's gonna like use these. I mean, they're pretty cool. They are a look. And then here's the last one. This was just to show because a lot of the ones that were going for the decent money weren't necessarily really cool, but they had the tortoise shell look, which we're also seeing going up in jewelry. So, you know, these are from the 60s. They're not that old. But there was a lot of tortoise shell.
What did those sell for? I don't see the price.
It showed in the listing part, but I
Okay,
don't know if eBay's having hiccups today or what, but a lot of them are not showing up here, but they show up in the list. So I don't know.
okay.
I want to say like $75 or something.
75.
Yeah.
We
It wasn't like
skip
a whole
over that
bunch.
stuff every day.
So that was my whole point of doing this short little blip was these are things we see every day. They'll fit in our light box, they'll fit in our inventory system. And I've been picking them up for quite a while now. So I've been picking them up and I've been doing okay with them. And then when I got that 30 pack for $30, I thought, well, I better try to do a little research. But basically what I found is that they're kind of a pain and I'm just throwing them in a lot. But I think I'm actually going to do the lots of like 4. I don't think I'm going to do the huge lots because I think the lots of 4 gold filled ones were bringing more money per item. But they averaged, when I did the averages out, it was about $33 a pair for the gold filled rim ones. So I think it's worth looking at if you can pick them up for a couple bucks at a garage sale.
Heck yeah, it's definitely worth looking at. I'll be looking for them from now on.
And then if you happen to find a couple pairs that, you know, do really well on their own, some of them were easily in the $150 to $200 range, which I'm definitely no expert in that, but I thought it was worth looking at. And I pulled up all the information about like you know, what we can call each one and what one to look up. But basically the main name brands were the gold filled and the AO and the Bosch Lomb. Those seemed to be the full view ones did okay, but they weren't as good. But that seemed to be the brands. But really, if they're gold filled, the brands didn't matter as much because they're going to probably scrap them anyway. So it's not always on look because I had some super cool looking ones. They sell for about $20 a piece. So it definitely wasn't just aesthetic. It definitely wasn't just aesthetic based. So, and the keywords definitely were different because I had never used the word killer in any of my jewelry lots.
Or birth control.
I haven't used that either. But and who knows, so that when I looked it up on eBay, it actually said related to search serial killer eyeglasses. So it's a thing. I don't really know. It was out of my wheelhouse, but I do think it's worth looking at. I think it's something we can make money at and something that works with what we do. Kind of like lighters. I'm trying to get a firm grip on Zippos. I don't have it yet. I've had some collectors give me some really useful information, but it's a huge variance in price. And there's some of them I always pick up. Like I always pick up the old military ones. They always do really good. But there's some that also bring $10. So I'm trying to learn those better and then I'll do a call on those too.
I just
Next
did a
week,
lot of
yeah.
2 lighters this morning.
Yep.
Not
And
Zippos, but anyway.
The old Ronsons sometimes will
Yeah.
do good on their own. I've had good luck. And if they're all beat up, some of these Zippos I've listed literally had no like color left on them. They were all, and some of them still brought $100. It just depends on what they are. So you got to do your research on them. I do pick them up if I find them cheap, and I take chances once in a while on them if they're cheap, but there's a pretty competitive market for them.
What is cheap to you on a Zippo?
$5.
Okay.
I did pay 25 for one the other day, maybe 20. Paid 20 for one the other day, but it was an old Indian head one, and those always do really good. I've had them before. They're solid brass Indian heads, And so I knew I could pay up for that one and be okay. But usually, and I did pay 30 for a military, but the military ones that have the ship and the ship name on them always go for over $100 on eBay. So those I've kind of gotten down, but boy, the other ones I'm just not good at yet. So I'm still learning the Zippo market, but that would be another call we could do, is a Zippo call or a lighters call, because that's something else we see that we can pick up. I've also been selling little lots of skeleton keys, and I've sold a couple of the padlock and keys. I got a whole box of them for $1, and I didn't even clean them up. They're all gross, and they're like Yale locks with the keys, and they sell pretty consistently.
Yeah, I have skeleton keys I sell all the time. I had a 3C key that I sold for like $40. You know what that
Yep.
is, Carrie?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yep.
Yep. So they
And that Google Lens will help you with, right? You know, because like I don't know the names of lots of these things, but Google Lens is pretty good on the whole skeleton keys. Like if there's a keyword we need to know or something,
yeah.
I would trust it on that. But next week we're gonna have and for the life of me, I still can't remember her dang name, but I've known her too long to ask. You guys ever have that happen where it's like, ooh, I've known them too long to ask them their name?
Sure.
So I'm really hoping that I can remember her real name. I know her screen name, but her real name before she comes on next week, because I'm going to feel like an idiot. I almost want to say it's Lynn, but maybe not. I don't know. I really don't know, guys. So cross your fingers. If anybody knows what Nybora 91's real name is off of Whatnot, I'd really appreciate if you jingled my bell, because like I said, I've known her for a couple years and it'd be really awkward to ask now. But she's got a and if you're listening to this, I'm sorry, I forgot your name. But she has amazing Victorian jewelry, and most of it comes from her own collection. So she has very successful Whatnot shows that, I mean, she has things bring over $100, $200 all the time, but it's because it's really good stuff, like stuff you can't hardly, oh, Wagner, that is a fantastic idea. Good tip.
Let's
Thank
hope it's
you.
not Anne.
Yeah, and she'll be like, or oh, well, I'll be like, hey, I was an Anna Green Gables fan. I didn't know if it was Anne with an E or an Anne without the E. I did not know. So we're gonna just hope. But you're right, Crystal, that would be awkward. But she has amazing Victorian jewelry, and like I said, she does not have a following, did not ever have a following, but regularly gets over $100 for her items because they are, I mean, they're just amazing Victorian items. But she collects personally cameos, and she has a extensive personal cameo collection, and it's all, I mean, stuff you and I'll probably never eat. It's clear to the big ones, to the smaller ones, to the all different. So I asked her if she'd come show us her cameo collection, and she very nicely said that she would. I think she was a teacher, Lynn. So here's another interesting thing about her that maybe I can get her to talk about. She had her own designer name. She had her own jewelry line for a while, and she designed jewelry. And so that was an interesting market, you know, that she did for a while. And then she was a special education teacher, I think. But she has really nice jewelry. I can't ever afford to buy any in her show, but it's really nice. And her cameo collection is amazing. So I am no expert in cameos at all. Like I can tell you if they're shell or not, and I can go see if they're made out of gold or not. And that is about the extent of my cameo abilities. So I thought maybe we could get somebody to show us her cameos. So she's gonna come next week and show us. I'm also gonna try to get there's a few other people that specialize in some really high-end jewelry. So I'm gonna see if they'll share with us that I've known for a couple years. So I thought I would ask them. Worst they can tell me is like no. So I told them they can promote their channel on here, and that will release it to YouTube if they want, or if they don't, I won't. So whichever. I think, but I think they're all fine with it.
I looked at her feedback on Whatnot, and somebody called her Robin.
Well, that is her name. That is her name. Her name is Robin. Thank you. First, I thought you meant that she was robbing people. I'm like, no, I think this lady's got a pretty good reputation. It's like,
There you go, Crystal. She figured it out. Yeah.
good job, Crystal. Way to help me out, guys, because I really honestly couldn't remember.
You're welcome.
But I think you guys will enjoy her. She's got a really nice personality too. So yeah, way to investigate. I want to see you guys' sales this week. If you guys have some sales or some finds, or if you guys have any jewelry questions, and then we will go into my lots if you guys want to see want to see what I was bidding on and why I was bidding and what you guys thought of it, I guess. I think I definitely missed out on some stuff, but I don't know. I could have dumped a bunch of money and been wrong too. So what do you guys have for sales this week, or finds, or questions?
I have
Nothing,
a quick
nobody.
question, real quick.
Yes, Lisa.
So when people don't, they say they're going to return it, they don't return it. Do they give us the money back for the label too, or do we have to do a separate transaction for that?
If they don't return it,
Yeah.
nothing happens. If they
So
don't return it,
as long as, because they send them the label, to use.
we don't get charged until they use the label.
Okay. All right. That's what I want to, because I don't know
Yep.
why that came in my head today. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yep. Nope, we don't get charged till they use the label. So if they don't use the label on a return, we never get charged for it.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yep. Nobody sold anything this week? Nobody bought anything this week?
So I had the one thing that I told you about, Carrie. I sold a freshwater pearl necklace. I was like stupidly discounted for $19.99 with a sterling clasp. The clasp was loose, so she wrote to me and basically told me the clasp was loose. She wanted to return it. I said, sure, no problem. But apparently I basically have ruined her life because she had a special thing she was going to use that necklace for, and eBay sellers are getting just worse and worse, and basically I should be ashamed of myself for $19.99. I sat on my tongue because I really could have cut her off at the knees, but I chose not to. So I'm proud of myself.
Good job, Eric.
Yeah.
I just said I apologize.
It's hard,
I
boy,
ruined-
sometimes. It's always those cheap A folks, boy, they get on my nerves.
Well, it's funny. I had like a 45% off sale, and I've had 3 people just be really pickety. So I canceled the sale. I'm like, I would rather throw the stuff out. I'm not dealing with you people anymore. Go away. That felt good
happens.
too.
Yeah, I feel you. I ruined somebody's life over a 12 or 13. It was way on clearance. I'd had it forever. Leaf brooch yesterday. So, and yeah, I pretty much, yeah, they were very, very not nice, and I don't get it, but I had to be nice too, and I didn't feel very nice about it just because they were so mean. I was like thinking, lady, like, what is happening in your life that you could be so mad about this leaf brooch? But and it wasn't like unique. It's one they could find anywhere. So I don't know, but yep, I understand. I had the same thing happen to me. Nadine, did you have a jewelry sale?
Not recently, no, but a couple
Oh.
of months ago, you helped me comp my sets from my personal collection, and
Yeah.
those sold right away. They're long gone.
Good.
I don't have a jewelry sale question. I have a question about stuff that I picked up that I sourced. So I went to an online estate sale, and I did really well in the candles area, believe it or not, because they made a mistake and I caught it. So I have some vases that I think I'm going to be able to get a couple $100 a piece for them. But in that same estate sale, I picked up a bunch of costume jewelry, and it was an experiment. Spent about $20, and I mean, there's so much. I haven't even counted how many there is, but most of it is broken. The ones that are marked are not high value. And so when I came on this call earlier, you guys were talking about the lots and making the junk stuff. So I can take out the emotion and make the junk piles. No problem.
And make money.
Yeah.
Make money. Yep.
Yeah. So I don't have enough to really make a big box, but I'll just throw all that in one pile. But then the stuff that's marked and not broken, I still don't think that any of it has any high value. So I'm thinking that those things I should also try to figure out how to lot them together, right? And get rid of them that way.
I just take handfuls and do it that way for 15 bucks a pound. And if you don't have anything like really good and you want to mix in the broken with the other,
Yeah, okay. Mix the good with the bad. Okay.
that's what I do. I mix them up. I think it increases your value for the junky junk stuff, and it probably doesn't. I don't really get $15 a pound more than that if I would list them separate, really. I don't usually get more.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And the lots sell fast. So there's something to be said about that. So the lots sell quickly. There's something to be said for a nice quick sale.
Yeah,
So.
I don't want to look at the stuff anymore. But it was fun and a learning experience to go through it. And so while I got you, Aurora Borealis. So ChatGPT told me one of my pieces was Aurora Borealis. And I'm kind of skeptical because can you really tell that from a picture? Do you not need to see it
Absolutely, you
in
can.
person?
It's just that iridescent coating on a stone.
Okay, that's good enough then.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. And doing little experiments like that is okay, because didn't we all kind of learn jewelry doing that? Buying a lot, looking through it, trying to figure out what we had. That's how we learn. So
yeah, I watched the videos, but it's not the same as like having the stuff in your hands and then drilling down on a specific thing, a specific feature or a mark or something like that.
Yep, it's not. So that's how you learn.
Okay.
I just say don't get in over your head, and you're doing the smart thing by processing it and then dumping it and moving on, and then you'd feel free to buy another lot if you find it,
Yeah. Yay. Okay, thank you.
Yep. Larry?
Yeah. So this was my this morning. I was really pleased. These 4 lots went for basically 25 bucks each. One person bought 2. Took an offer at 22. Single, small, if it fits, it ships boxes. These were great. Took me about 3 hours to prep, and I got about 15 of these things ready to go. I got to go to the post office and get some more of the boxes, but that was one. The other I wanted to show was this weekend I stumbled across 4 really nice pieces, $5 a piece for these.
Very nice.
Boucher for 2 of them. This was at the one sale. Unfortunately, it's got some glue or something going on right here. I don't know, but anyway,
Did
I
that
think
sell yet, or it's still listed?
no, this I just listed yesterday, I think. I think
So
that's
use the
too
keyword
high.
bow in that. So you need bow and plaid.
Bow and plaid.
That's what I would do anyway.
Okay, and then same sale. This guy.
Nice piece though.
There's a lot of these for sale. Some of them have red eyes.
A lot of them are knockoffs.
So
They knock those off terrible. I think yours is okay, but a lot of them are knockoffs. That's why you see so many.
okay. And again, some of them are 39 bucks, some of them are 300 bucks. And I've seen some solds in the 150. I've also seen solds in the 40. So
hang on, I'm looking.
I put it up here, and I'll reduce it quickly. I've got it on that auto reduce. I'm reducing it like 10 bucks a week.
So yours is, I think, in the $40 range, because if you look at the bigger ones, and I knew this because we looked at that Boucher piece for Lisa last week too, is that they're huge. The big one, the ones that are going for like the 150 are 3 inchers.
Oh, okay. All right.
And yours is in the standard like $50 range, but
Okay.
it's still, I mean, it'll sell. You even try like 60 maybe or 70.
Yeah. Well, I studied that this was an estate sale, and I was number 1 in line, and number 2 and 3 in line were like 5 minutes after me, but they were there for the jewelry as well. And we all had studied the pictures, and we all knew where we were going. So it was a little bit contentious once we got there, but these were the first things I grabbed. But
take that number out of the title. It's just going to mess up your search. Nobody's searching for that.
Okay.
It's just it's like their patent. Boucher has numbers on all their stuff.
It's their part number, right? Or this.
Yeah,
number.
Nobody searches for them. Yeah.
So this is Swarovski, and I'm listing this right now. I got this for $5, and I got this other one at same sale. It's got some of that funky stuff going on. I got to clean that off, but this guy's really small. but it's
Do
Swarovski
you
as
see
well.
where it's in between all the rhinestones too?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna be a rough one.
yeah. Well, I'll give it a shot. But you know, this is I don't know, 30 to 50 bucks or whatever, but
Nice. Yep,
well
good
worth the
brand.
$5 I put into it. The other one is
Mm-hmm.
more of a process thing. I saw your message yesterday or maybe the day before on our junk pile, and my junk pile is in the shelving over here to the right. You can't see it in this picture, but it's like, what the heck do I have here? You know, this is a whole working surface where I was putting my ready to photo stuff, and because I've been dealing with a lot of jewelry lately, this space has gone unused, and we got a project for my wife going on right here, and a bunch of other stuff, and it only took me like 30 minutes to turn it into that, so I was kind of pleased with myself with that. So
Mm-hmm. I tell you what, I use doors all the time for things.
me
Well,
too.
probably things you guys don't need,
Yeah.
but old hollow doors were great for gates for sheep for when they're having babies. I use doors because they're easy for me to move, and I just slap a handle on them or make a wire handle, and I can move them
The
around.
solid ones work well as workbenches as well.
Mm-hmm.
Couple of dead cabinets and a solid core door, you got yourself a nice workbench for 50 bucks.
Yeah, Jed brought me a bunch of the solid doors once to use for gates, and we have to move the gates constantly when they're having babies. I'm like, Jed, I don't need this big of a workout. Bring me hollow doors for this because this is ridiculous. But yes, I agree. We also make gates out of pallets, old plastic pallets and stuff. They make good pins for critters. So I'm with you on the doors, Larry. All right. I don't know if Meg or Mindy was next, but
Mindy can go.
Mindy, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I had a couple of decent sales. I'll share my screen.
And good finds, Larry. That's good.
Yeah.
Um, so yesterday on Poshmark, I had a bundle sale for a couple of Carolyn Pollock
Nice.
pieces. One was a gem. Let me see if I can click on it to. I don't know. I can't figure out Poshmark to go back to the original listing. Anyway, it came in a bundle. It was a cuff bracelet with gemstone. I think this was I don't know, some weird gemstone I've never heard of before, but it was really pretty. And this was a chrysalis, I think, pendant. So combined, it was $190. So I offered $190 for these two items, and I got 150 back. If I go to, where am I? eBay. Can you see eBay now?
Yep.
Okay.
Carolyn Pollock's a really good brand too, for anybody that doesn't know.
Yeah, I like her
Resells
stuff.
good. Mhm.
Here we go. All right. So I had a brooch that's sold for $47.99. And my cost of goods on this was about $15. There was no markings on it. So I just did gold tone. However, I'm not sure if maybe these were gold filled. I didn't test it. And then I sold these sterling silver Haggett Gorali earrings. I've never heard of that. I think it's
neither.
an Israeli designer. They sold for full price at $39.99. And I sold a Joan Rivers statement necklace. It was really pretty, much prettier than what I pictured here. My picture is never.
Awesome sale, but we do not sell brand new Joan Rivers because they will come after you. You're not a dealer. You can't sell brand new Joan Rivers.
Oh, okay. Well, it
We
still
don't
had the
sell, I
tags
don't
on
sell
it,
anything
but
new on eBay, but
okay.
I would change, so go in there into that order and I would change that first picture and your title if it will let you. I don't think it'll let you change the title now because
Okay.
they can give you a Vero for like a year after you sell something. So
All right. I'll try
change
that.
that. I don't sell, for anybody that's new, I don't sell anything new on eBay because I'm not a registered authorized dealer of anything. And the Vero police have been hot and heavy with AI. So I would just be very, very careful selling new things unless you're a dealer.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, I had a couple of the other sales, but
But good sale.
those were my kind of good good ones.
Nope. Good good items, good
Oh.
name brands, good for resale.
And
sales
I
price.
must say, when I saw the post yesterday about the topic of death pile, I'm like, yeah, I don't know if there's any way I could ever count everything, but I did start counting what I had not listed,
Good.
and it kind of lit a fire under me. And yesterday I listed 30 things. I never list 30 things in a day. So my goal
Motivating.
it is motivating. So yeah, so at least even though I don't have my final number of unlisted stuff, just the fact that I was starting to count it was like, holy crap. So yeah.
That's a first step though. So today, for anybody that didn't want, it'll be on YouTube, but for anybody that wasn't in the call this morning, it was about our death piles and counting how many days of inventory we have and how much money is sitting there. So if you started the process, that means you're one step further ahead than you were. And that's a win moving forward. I will say that I made a big boo-boo before I forget. So I get a message, and they weren't nasty, they were nice, but apparently a Christmas ornament, this is what I get for listing a Christmas ornament, the only one I've ever listed ever. And apparently it's like some Jewish thing that people get at burials, and it's like very naughty to sell them used. And I thought it was a Christmas ornament, but apparently you bury it's like a sacred Jewish burial thing. And I was like, I'm very sorry, did not mean to offend anyone. I thought it was a Christmas ornament. And they're like, well, you should probably consult with a rabbi for disposal. And I'm like,
How,
I don't really have those here, but I am very sorry. And I just apologized and said thank you for the information. So
show it, Carrie, because I sell Christmas ornaments all the time. Can you show what that looks like?
well, I sure can. Go ahead, Meg, and I'll get it pulled up because I don't mind sharing my mess ups.
You thank them for their input and you left the listing up?
No, I absolutely took it down because I think he's right. I think that I probably should have listed that, and I thought I should have looked it up.
I'm listing
I
ornaments
took it down.
also.
I listed a couple of Chinese burial statues. They're like $500 or 500, not $500, 500-year-old. It was a little creepy having them in the house, but they sold. No,
Well,
nobody questioned me on that.
apparently these are like there's something like that they are not ever to be sold. Like that's like part of the thing. I didn't know. But I did thank them, and I did take it down just because I don't need that money that badly, I guess. Go ahead, Meg.
Okay, so I'll share my screen. Just had a couple decent jewelry sales this week I thought I'd share. This one, I think I sold on an offer for like $50, and I got it for free because it was I used my credits on Poshmark that I got for being a Karen and annoying them because they pissed me off. And until they were like, leave me alone, and gave me $175 in Poshmark credit. So I was able to source some cool stuff. But this is not like a typical Givenchy, however you say it, necklace. But I got it in like this lady had a bunch of jewelry listings, so I forget what the actual cost of goods would have been if it wasn't free. But yeah, it was signed on the back too. And I guess the other point would be that just because it is Givenchy doesn't mean you're gonna get like hundreds of dollars for it. Like the ones that would get like hundreds of dollars would have like the 4Gs on it, the big logo, or say Givenchy around it. So just thought I'd share that. But it took, I don't know, less than a month. So
Meg,
Still a solid sale.
do you mind showing the logo again?
sure.
Thank you.
And they have a few different ones, but then some of them say like Newark or Paris or whatever. I think this is more like a newerish one, maybe. Well, it had a tag on it, but maybe 90s or something. Or 2000s. I don't know. I call it the
Yep,
vintage.
it's the newer one. Yep.
Yeah. And then this one sold in like a day and a bundle with a pair of shorts that used to fit me. And I finally gave up on thinking they would fit me. So I gave it in like a bundle deal. So they basically got the shorts for free. The photo quality is terrible, but I swear it's not my fault. It's because I cross-list, and when you cross-list and import the photos, they make them look like crap. So whenever I sell anything on Poshmark, I'm like surprised, honestly, because I don't know if I would buy that. But anyway, yeah, for like, and the reason to know, I always like, I advocate too, like just throw everything in a box together that's not sellable individually. But my caveat also is that this all came in one lot that I got from Evil Granny. So Evil Granny had a bunch of Sarah Coventry and a bunch of Avon. So while I sorted it, I only sorted the lot one time, and either one in the junk lot, the big box, the Sarah Coventry, which is this one, an Avon one, or a broken rhinestone one. And all have sold except for like 2 of the small flat rate ones, which maybe I just didn't put the shiniest thing on top for those, because usually those sell right away too. So yep. And that's all I do to I don't do much for lots like this. So I just had the 2 things. It took me, I don't know, 3 minutes maybe to take the photos. I don't know. And I also, ooh, what am I doing on here? I also will, oh, yeah, but good. Never mind. Okay, that's it.
Good job, Meg. I appreciate that. I pulled up this thing here. Yeah, I didn't know. I mean, I'm used to offending people, but this one I really didn't. This was a I didn't mean to offend people thing.
Oh, wow.
Join the group, Carrie.
Yeah,
Wow.
this one was me, Larry. So
That's interesting.
yeah, let me look up to see what they said it was. I mean, like I said, they were very nice, but
What made you thought it was a Christmas ornament? Is there something?
well, it's got a thing at the top to hang it, and it's pretty. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
It looked okay. I don't know, but apparently it's not at all a Christmas ornament. So it's called a M is in Mary, Mezzuzah.
Oh, it's a
Mezuzah.
mezuzah. It's a mezuzah.
Yeah, a
Thank you,
mezuzah.
Eric.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this was, I just basically told him, I'm sorry, I'm ignorant, and thank you for educating me.
So it doesn't have the scroll in it though. So it's
That's what I was
kind of
about to
just like
say.
the mezuzah case.
Yeah,
That's what,
Usually
and
it
he
has
said
the
that too.
scroll. Okay.
right.
They
And
said
sometimes you'll
because it
see
doesn't have the scroll, maybe it's okay, but I'm like,
Right.
never mind. I'm just not offending
So
people.
seriously, if you, well, yeah, because it's hanging, right? Otherwise it would have 2 things to attach it to the door.
with the
So
door sill. Yeah, we had them all over our house in New York when we bought the house, and we
Yeah.
just left them because we knew what they were. So, that was fine. But yeah,
I don't think they're for burials. They're for your doorposts, to.
well,
Yeah.
normally,
never s-
yeah,
I've
because
never seen a hanging one though.
they would have 2, they would have one attached on each end, so you could attach them to the doorpost. But I
Yeah.
mean, if they told you it was for burial, then they're probably Orthodox people and they know. So
They
I
were very
trust.
nice. They weren't like, hey, you're terrible. I just was like, I'm sorry, I'm showing my ignorance and I didn't know, and I will take it down.
So you guys said keep saying door. If it was for the door, what would that be for? What is that representing?
It's
It's just a
so
prayer for
it has,
keeping your home safe and stuff like that.
Okay.
yeah, it has a prayer called the Shema, which is
Yeah.
like one of the holiest prayers. So, but it does in that prayer, it's like commanded that you will affix these words on your doorposts and your gates and your comings and goings, whatever. But so
Is it
people,
related to Passover?
no,
No.
Okay.
Interesting.
So it's supposed to be given a burial.
because it's actually the last prayer you're supposed to say before you die.
Yes,
Oh.
so I just read that, and it says it's supposed to be turned over to your nearest Jewish house of worship or given a proper burial and may not be resold. So I was like, okay, I'm very sorry. I don't need my $20. It's no big deal. Let's take it down. So I just didn't know. So I'm sorry that I'm sheltered, and which really I'm not in this because for those of you that never, when we're not recording, I'll tell you my one. So I'm actually somewhat slightly educated on the subject, but I did not know about those, and I'm very sorry. So but sometimes it's okay. I don't mind getting feedback from people that are very respectful, like, hey, because if I don't know, I don't know. And it's different to me than somebody saying, well, this age of this pendant is, I mean, like when they're just giving opinions, this was a fact that I was just wrong
We're
or that I just didn't know.
just
So
educating you. That's all.
yes, and they were very respectful about it, so I didn't mind at all. And they actually said that they were very nice, like that they appreciated how I responded and wasn't, and I'm like, well, I don't know how else I was supposed to respond because it would have been rude any other way. So that was my oops yesterday, but after I brought up a few different things that aren't necessarily super high sales, but these are things we can find that I still pick up because I still get decent price out of them. So it's just a normal cloisonne bangle bracelet. It sold within 2 days, and for 30 bucks, I'm happy with it. We find these a lot, and you can find them a lot on Whatnot too. So they're selling fairly good right now. I have a whole bunch of them. I sell them all the time. These, while I know sometimes you can get more money out of them, this one actually was in fairly rough condition, and I had it tested, and it was not gold or gold fill. So it was very old, but that was about all I had going for it. But I do still list these things because, I mean, you can usually get 30 bucks out of them, and they're pretty small. So I still list them. These, I think I took a $25 offer, which I realize is not great, or maybe 30. I think I took a $30 offer. I took a $30 offer on this. I still list these expansion bracelets because this one was listed for a day and it sold for 30 bucks. So
When they're colored, the clear ones don't.
I do okay on the clear ones too, but I haven't had one for a while, but I still sell them for 25 to 30, so I'll still list them. Maybe I have an expansion bracelet lady that follows me. I don't really
And
know.
those have springs in them, not elastic. Is that right?
Yeah, they expand like that.
But it's not a, it's gonna still work 100 years from now.
Oh, they do get stretched out sometimes. I've had to chuck them before when they get where they're just expanded all the time.
Yeah. Well, what
Yeah.
my reference is just the material that's making it spring. It's not rubber, it's a steel
Yep.
type spring thing.
Yeah, it's a metal thing. Yep.
Yeah. Thanks.
I only got 26 bucks for this. I think I'd have listed it 28 on sale, but it's a no-name thermostat necklace, and I mean, I really went all out on the title too. So, you know, my vintage thermostat necklace, I didn't have anything else to say. But I don't mess with them all the time, but if I already have them in a lot, I still list them. This was actually a super cool necklace, and I'm glad that somebody else thought so too, and they loved it. I do not call everything that's black morning style because that irritates me. It was on a really cool, like, watch fob type chain. It was glass, and it was the morning because that's where you would stick the piece of hair or whatever in the back, is that little cage. I paid $5 for it at a garage sale, so it was just really well made though. You could tell it was just super well made. I didn't see any brands or anything on it, but it was.
Are you showing that now? I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, it's up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why would
Pretty
I
cool.
not see it when I saw the other ones? That's weird. I'm seeing
But it was-
Carrie.
Different window.
It's your
Oh,
view.
okay. That's the reason. Okay, I got you.
Yep. So
Thanks.
anyway, it was just one of those, I picked it up and was like, wow, this feels really good. Like it was really nice. This I got on Whatnot for $3 and nobody bid against me.
Wow.
So then I thought maybe I was wrong. Like I saw it, I mean, maybe this was like cheap crap, and I just thought it was like, and they didn't say 800 silver or anything out. They just showed this like on Whatnot in their hand, and nobody bid. And I was like, I'm pretty sure that's an old bracelet, and it was. So there's the 800 mark.
Wow, Carrie.
And then this one I got 80 bucks or 90 bucks, whatever it just said out of this. Not amazing, but it sold fairly quickly, so it was a really nice, it was a nice heavy necklace. So I took an offer on this. I didn't get 129. I think I took an offer for 79 or 80 right in there. But I mean, it's an old Avon ring, right? So anytime if I can get 79 or 80 bucks out of an old Avon ring, I'm happy.
And it's
So
just
keep your-
gold tone, right? It's not gold filled.
It's because of the TikTok craze right now.
For
There's
eight-
like five Avon rings that are bringing 75 to 200, 250 right now. I
Okay.
sent out, and I would recommend you guys do this too. I took pictures from online of all those 5 desirable Avon rings that are really hot right now, and I sent them to all my people that source for me and said, if you could pick these up for $3 to $5, send them to me, and they have been. So, you know, give them those pictures if you have people that help you source, and let them know that, hey, these are hot right now. So this was just a regular, I got this on Whatnot for $3 too. It's Monet, but it's got that tassel on it, and it was in super nice condition too. So It sold for the full $90. I probably should have marked it up a little bit because I got the full $90 within like 5 or 6 days. So,
I got that bracelet I told you, but I don't have the tassel on it.
oh, yep.
So what would you sell it for without the tassel?
It's a whole different bracelet, probably $30.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's the part of the collection or whatever.
Mhm.
It's not just missing it. It's the different line. I do sell them though, and it'll sell. This was a little gold-filled locket. I got this when I was in Riverside. It's got the picture. I didn't clean it up. It was kind of gross inside. But this is the one I told you when I asked her if she had any behind the counter, and she's like, yeah, I have a few things behind here. I haven't marked them yet. And I saw this and I'm like, hey, would you take $5 for that? She's like, yeah, sure, that'd be great. So it sold within a week too. So this sold immediately, so I probably underpriced it. The one that this is the one I told you guys that I popped it open to see if it was 14 karat. If I had to guess, I'd say somebody probably bought this hoping it's the 14 karat version, but I already took the back off and it's not. So we'll see if they get it and then decide they don't want it anymore when they realize it's not 14 karat. But it was not the 14 karat one.
What was the marking? I know I asked you this last time. What were the markings again that led you to believe or that you were looking for?
It actually will just say 14K on the case inside.
14K GF?
No, it would just say 14K.
And it was missing that?
Yeah, it didn't have it. And the version that is 14 karat says 14 karat in it.
But it's only on the inside? It's not on the outside of the case?
No, a lot of them are just on the inside.
And the case, did it pop off or unscrew?
They almost always have a little divot. See that right there?
Yep.
Right here.
All right.
But they're not easy to get into and I've broken them before. So
yeah.
But I'm kind of clumsy like that.
Thank you.
I buy the crap out of these on Whatnot for $3, $4, $5 a piece. I don't know if nobody else. This one didn't have a safety chain. It was kind of gross. I didn't try to clean it up. I buy them every time I see them. This one sold in. Oh, it took 3 weeks for this one to sell, but I mean, still not bad.
I must be on the wrong Whatnot shows because every piece that I'm interested in, I'm getting ready to bid and they just bid it up and usually sells in the 20s. It's like every piece. I have never bought a piece on there.
Really?
Yeah, because of that.
I was shocked when that Trifari enameled fur clip only brought $1. And there was jewelry buyers in there and nobody bid on them. But and they even said Trifari on it. I don't know. But I have paid, I think I paid $10 once for a really nice piece, but I've never paid over $10 on a Whatnot show for something. And usually I try to stay in that $1 to $3 range in case something's broke on it that I can't see. But I mean, I've been sourcing on average 25 to 30 pieces on Whatnot a week in the $1 to $3 range.
Yeah, and then it's always like, should I bid on, is this one piece going to be the only piece? If it's $3, then you pay about $5 shipping. So then you've got $7 into it rather than $3. And are they going to bring up anything else that's good to make it worthwhile?
I try to always make sure that I agree. I try to always make sure that whatever I'm bidding on that first time, if I end up paying like the $8 total, the 3 plus the 5 shipping, that I would still be okay on it because I agree, you don't always know if there's going to be anything else good, but as long as I can cover it with that first one, then I figure it's, sometimes you're not going to make a lot of money if you paid $8 for it, but as long as you be okay. I mean, a lot of that stuff, like that one bracelet, I remember being my first one on there because I thought, because she didn't have a lot of older jewelry, and I thought, ugh. But I thought, well, if I wouldn't have minded paying $8 for that for 90,
Right. No, I would have paid that. I would have paid probably 10, 15 for that cameo bracelet. But that was a good deal. And the lockets.
Yeah, and the people that just don't, you just have to hope they don't know is the whole.
Yeah.
That's
every show I'm in, they know. I have not found a decent one yet.
I don't even know what that is, so I'm totally ignorant. Can you show us? Because I have never even heard that.
Lynn, have you heard it?
No.
Look him up right now. Where's Meg? I was gonna have her do Chat GPT.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Meg, can you look it up on Chat GPT and see what they give you?
Sure. What are you trying to find out about it though?
Well, I want you to look at his name
Okay.
and then tell me what it's saying about about any necklace. I want you to look at his jewelry. Are you all looking online now?
Yeah,
Yes.
eBay would be the better.
Yeah.
ChatGPT is just going to tell you the history of the name. It's not going to tell you a
Well,
price.
yeah, I do want the history, and I'll tell you why in a minute, because I want to see what you all are finding.
Is it like a
He was
linked
one of the most celebrated
necklace?
Venetian glass makers of the 20th century, known for his mastery of Murano glass, innovative glass techniques. Is
He
yours
works
Murano
for
glass?
Chanel too, I think.
Well, that's the question. Is it bringing up Chanel?
Hold on, it's still talking to me.
Yes, it is. Some of them, yes.
Well, on eBay it is. That's the question. I did some research yesterday when I was talking to Larry after his class, and I did not. I knew it was one of those things, Carrie. I knew when I picked it up. I said, "Oh, this is not a cheap necklace, and this is, it's very well made." But I didn't know what it was until I looked his name up. Now it says on there that he was designing these pieces for Chanel. Everybody on eBay is saying that. However, I went to this one site that was a jewelry site, and the woman said, whatever they're saying online on eBay is not correct. Oh, there you go, Meg. Yours says no for Chanel.
I just
That's
did mine.
what,
Mine said the same thing. Mine said that people are keyword spamming it.
right. And they're saying, no, it's not for Chanel. I just wanted to see what Chat GPT would come up with it. So anyway, mine is not anything like the ones you see online, the chain. Mine is a 4-strand necklace. And
There's only a few in the solds. There's lots listed, but there's only a few that ever sold.
yeah, well, mine's different than that. And that's why I was trying to get an idea of how to show it or see that you could list it. I listed it and I told Larry I put it up at a higher price so nobody would buy it until I find out, the value. But I want you all to look and see if there's any way these are, I don't think they're real pearls. I think it's glass beads. I'm not sure, but let me find it and then I'll show it.
Carrie, what comes up if you look up Seguso but leave out the first name?
Let's see.
Because I've
He
heard
also
of
did
Seguso before.
Murano glass too.
No, I didn't. It brought it up itself. I did not type Murano.
But I mean, he also is a designer of real,
Oh, yes. Yes.
of glass pieces is what I'm saying.
So it brought
Okay.
up these 5. I was going to take off the sold and see if Suzanne's pops up for us because there weren't like a terrible many. I don't think it's a super common. There's 34.
There it is.
Yeah,
it's the first one.
Are selling for thousands on eBay.
Yeah, I know, right there. That's the one I have listed.
But they aren't sold. They're
The
listed for that.
vases?
No,
the vases, yes.
are,
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
the
an amazing.
vases.
Yeah, his Murano glass is pretty amazing. I've seen it in vases. I didn't know he even did necklaces. So that's really interesting.
So look at those, and they are glass beads. Is that what you're going to say with the red? Would you agree with that?
I would assume
Really
so with
hard
what he
to
does,
tell.
but they don't scream glass.
It's heavy. That's why I knew it was some type of valuable piece, because it's heavy. It weighs about.
Are they cold?
Well, I'm not home right now, so I can't tell you, but I think it's glass
that
because
says CSA, not AS.
No, it's AS definitely. It's
It-
definitely it's for Archimedes
That's his?
Seguso.
Yeah, I've never seen it, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. I looked it up, and that's definitely his signature. But I can't tell you if it's cold, but they were heavy. I think this weighs like a pound or 2. So you could see I
Gosh.
priced it at $400 just to keep somebody from buying it until I find out what I should price it at. And you don't
I
think
would
those
assume that's glass.
Okay, and what about the pearls? You don't think those are real, or could
If
they
they're
be?
heavy,
I
they're
don't think
not.
so.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
No.
The pearls, I don't know if are heavy because the whole thing is together. So anybody have
Yeah,
any
I don't think
ideas?
so.
Okay, good.
Boy. I would just price it high and let somebody send you an offer for it.
Yeah, well,
Um,
that's what I did. I just said, okay, I'll do it.
What were the other ones marked at? The other ones that were just listed?
There's nothing like this one. The other ones are all the links. And that's
Right, but
why
they
this one,
were,
I mean, nothing even close to it. Not even another one that has a design like that. And I've had it a long time. And I didn't realize what it was. And I thought, oh, I'm just going to, but I knew it wasn't like a $5 necklace.
According to my ChatGPT, you did wonderful, Suzanne, because the title it recommended was basically the same thing, and it said list price $325 to $425. So good job.
Oh, thank you, Meg.
Yeah. So
So we'll see.
see what happens.
That's
Yeah.
very unique. Yeah.
Okay, I have one more for you.
Piece like that, Suzanne, would you share it? Like, I know on eBay there's you have the option to share. A piece like that, I would share it to Pinterest because I think people who, certain people
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, I don't know if anybody would ever find me on Pinterest though.
Well, they
Well,
look for the
The
item.
name? Oh, okay,
Right,
that's a good
yeah.
idea. I have one more that I think is worth, not that I think, I know I spent a lot of money on it. And let me just see if I can share this. All right. I'm on a different computer today, but if I can do this, I'll show you the other piece. The reason I'm saying I had this necklace that weighs it weighs 4 pounds. And it's definitely glass beads and it's in fringe and whatever. It's taken forever here. It's saying, it's not showing yet, is it?
No, it's thinking. We can see it thinking.
Okay, yeah, that's what mine's doing. I mean, yeah, that's what mine's doing. Of course it's thinking. Should I try again?
Yeah, go out and try again. It
Okay.
might be stuck.
Well, I don't think it's going to show you. Maybe I can show it when I'm home tomorrow. Anyway, it's a glass bead necklace and it has 3 or 4 beads together, but it's heavy and it's vintage, definitely. So I'll just show it tomorrow. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's fine.
I'll try one more time, but I don't know that it'll work.
Is
Wait.
it giving you a pop-up with the new computer
Share,
that maybe
maybe I can go to photos and maybe it'll work. Oh, okay. Now are you seeing my screen?
No, you're not sharing.
no.
Okay, it's going there. Let me just see if I can pop up a picture of it. Or maybe I can, the picture will just go up on. Must have gone
Yeah, you have to
past it.
share your screen first.
Oh, yeah, but it won't do it. Doggone it. Let's see.
Oh,
There you go.
There it went.
Okay, now here's the difficult part and what I'm having a problem with.
That's
This thing is
cool.
massive, as you could see. So it's hard to show it. I tried to just put it down on the table and you really can't see it well. And then,
Why do you want us to look at your hand?
Oh, I'm sorry. Shoot. Yeah, good point. Carrie, get me straightened out here. So anyway, any suggestions? It won't lay out flat. I've got the other pictures. In fact, I posted it just to have it up so I could ask you all.
Suzanne, you have like a mannequin like that you put clothes on?
Well, you know what, I thought about that too. That's a good point, Mimi. I do, but I couldn't tell you how I could get to it now. I have about 4 or 5 of them.
Could you wear it on yourself?
Well, I could if I faded out my face.
Well, you can crop that out.
Yourself out.
I could. That's a good idea. It's just you can see that it's hard to show here, and it's weighty.
You almost need a bigger mannequin.
Yeah,
Yours
or
is
zoom
too
back
small.
or something.
Well, it wouldn't fit in my little thing. I used to have a big light box, but I gave it up. Now I got these tiny ones like Carrie's.
Can you just put the
If you
mannequin
got
by like a
someplace,
table on a window? That's what I do if like something doesn't.
Yeah, but
yeah, I
you
was
can
thinking the
see
same
that
sort of
small,
thing,
it
or
won't work on
someplace
that mannequin.
outside.
It won't work on that mannequin. I'll have to try to,
Bust is too small. It's
yeah,
the
exactly.
curtain. Yeah.
Okay,
To
let me
show how
stop
massive
sharing.
it is. Yeah.
And I
Very
have a
nice necklace,
bunch
though.
of bigger
I'm
ones,
not so
Suzanne,
sure
but
the
they're
bust is.
velvet, so I don't know if they would.
I'm not so sure the bust is too small as so much as the camera was too close.
Right, well, it's because I couldn't get any further away with the item like that.
Well, if you got someplace else you could put it, like Meg said, by a window or outside on a porch,
Yeah,
someplace
I
where you
think
get natural light.
I think I'm gonna have to do it like Larry said, put it on, and I'll tell you why. When I lay it just flat on a flat surface, it didn't show well, but maybe I just wasn't far enough away. So I'm gonna try both those things.
Very nice
And
necklace, though.
Yeah.
Anybody know
that's
what that mark
pretty.
is? They're
Looks
earrings,
like an
and I
A
can't
to
figure it
me.
out. Well, I got the A part, Larry. It's what it stands for that's getting me.
Can it turn it any other way or?
It's just
Oh,
flat.
sorry.
I mean, it's just a flat earring, but it's really heavy and it's got really nice rhinestones. But I just wonder if anybody knew what an A and a square is because I can't find it anywhere.
An
And
A and
maybe
a
I'll.
square.
It's a big A and a square. And my chat GPT has been like on crack this week, so it didn't know either. I don't even know what is happening with my Google Lens, but it's not smart this week at all.
What was Mimi talking about sharing on Pinterest? You can share your stuff to get them to go over to eBay. Is that what you guys are talking
You
about?
can share to Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest.
Share.
It's
Okay.
under your social. It's under social.
Hmm.
What is that link?
And you could put a link in there to
Under
go.
marketing and then social.
Thank you,
Does
Mimi.
anybody do that? Share it to Facebook or Pinterest?
I have, but I never got anything from it. I never got any hits on it, so I just quit doing it, but I used to.
I have and do get people viewing it. I don't know if the sales came from there or not. I don't know how to tell that.
Views would be great too. I haven't done it for a while because you know what happened is it got confused with my reseller revenue and once eBay keeps wanting to push it out to my other page, and I just
Yeah.
I didn't. And Instagram, it
Mine-
wants to do my business Instagram too.
Yeah, I had to play with that a
Mine
little
does
bit to
that
get it
too.
right. The other thing is, I had the auto post feature turned on, and it was working great for about 2 months, and then all of a sudden it stopped. And I noticed that when
sometimes. Go ahead, sorry.
I noticed that when I go to the social page, it's quite often saying, "Oh, it's not you, it's us." So I think they're having problems.
I wonder if it's when you log out or when you change, like I have different accounts, so I log out of one and go log into another, and I think that logs it out of eBay too, because every once in a while I have to go back in and reset it.
You know, I don't log out of mine because I keep it pretty simple, but the other part of what you said is occasionally you have to reset. I've been told that by other people, but
Yeah,
lately
that
it
is
hasn't been
happening.
working at all except manually.
Yeah, strange. I'm gonna share my screen. Just a couple quick sales I wanted to share. I have this Crements bracelet sold for $49, just simple chain, curb length, which I love selling easy chains like that. This
Are all Crements
Jomez
gold filled or sterling?
I doubt it.
Aren't they always? I thought all Crements was, no?
I don't know. It could be, but
Nice bracelet.
don't think so. But this one is. Keep looking at this, thinking this is lapis, and I didn't put that. I just said it's art glass. Maybe it is glass, but I had this listed a while, and it finally sold at 20% off, so it sold for $135, which is pretty happy with. for a simple necklace, but it's pretty. And I did sell my jewelry, my Christmas jewelry lot of 125. I sold it for $150. It's pretty happy with that one.
Great, Lynn. All those were good.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
And I was trying to think. Oh, I was going to show you this one. This is a beaded one by that Seguso. They wanted 1,500. It hasn't sold, but I just brought that one up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe I'll get
and I
lucky.
want to share this story. This lovely story. I had a week last week, I tell you. Oh my God. At the estate sale. Anyway, I found this bracelet. This wasn't at the estate sale, but this is a different story. I found this bracelet and it is pretty cool. Just stamped cuff. And it looked like it was kind of pressed, but it's not. It's all stamped. It is Navajo. And I've had other pieces that I've listed like this, but they weren't Navajo, but they look like Navajo. And I probably sell them for $35 to $50. And this one I put up and it sold in 5 minutes for the $50, no offer sent or anything. And immediately after that, I got a message from somebody that said, "Can you please cancel that order? I'll give you, I'll pay $199 for it." And I was like, okay. I thought it was the original person, and I was like, thought he was just kind of playing a joke on me, saying, "I'll pay $199 for this Navajo cuff bracelet." So I played along with it. I said, "Okay, so you want me to cancel the order?" And he said, "Yes, please." And I thought, well, that's really strange. So I canceled the order, and I thought I hit the toggle that says "Do not relist," and it automatically relisted. And this second person bought it, and I thought that second person was the first guy. So I got myself in such a predicament. I was like frantically going, what am I gonna do? Oh my God. So this first guy messages me and says, "What the heck? I bought this and you canceled on me." And you know, it shows buyer asked to cancel. So he's seen that and he goes, "I didn't ask you to cancel this." And I said, "I am so sorry. I thought you were the one that sent me the message saying you wanted to cancel it." And he's like, "No, no, no, it wasn't me." And then this second guy, in the meantime, like I said, had purchased it for $49.99. And I had to cancel his order. So now I have to cancel it saying it's out of stock because it wasn't giving me the option for buyer asked to cancel, and I couldn't use that again. So
And the first one you
I had to
used, did
do
the
out of
person approve
stock.
it? Did the first one approve it? Because he didn't
No,
say
he
to cancel
didn't.
it. So
Nope.
you got 2 out of stocks on one item?
No, I asked, I put that the buyer asked me to cancel. Sorry.
But he didn't,
And
right?
he didn't. So I'm like, oh my God, I got to call eBay on this one. So I called eBay, and eBay is like, "So sorry, too sad, so sad," you know, whatever that saying is, "So sad, too bad." And she's like, "Yeah, I would just," and I couldn't believe this lady said this. It was actually an American lady that I got, and she said, "I would
Cancel for
just
address?
cancel the order and take the second guy's amount." And I was floored she said that. But
Absolutely.
um,
Following eBay policy, that's what you should have done.
well,
Or
anyway,
or if you would have honored the first one. I mean, I guess I could see that you should have honored the first one, not the second one. Yeah.
yeah, and I kept saying that I need to go back and give it to this guy for that. So then I thought, well, first I'm going to do some research on it. It's not marked Navajo. So then I just took it down and I didn't give it back to anybody. I didn't list it. I said I'm going to go talk to this Indian guy that I know. He's not an Indian guy. He's a guy that loves Navajo and Zuni stuff and sells it at the flea market. So I brought it to him and I said, "Can you tell me anything about this?" And he's like, basically, "Yeah, it's Navajo, it's not marked." And the first guy says, I guess I should have known better that I was going to get a $2,000 bracelet for 50 bucks. And I'm like, yeah, right. And this guy at the flea market said it's not worth 2,000. But he wouldn't give me a number on it. So I'm kind of
Because you can't
sitting on
sell it
it
on
thinking,
eBay as Navajo because it's not stamped.
well, exactly. I can't put that,
That
but
sucks.
apparently they know because man, it sold
Mhm.
in 2 minutes twice. So they know if you have an authentic piece, but
Yeah.
the vintage, he told me that the vintage Navajo stuff, they were so desperate for money that they just put out jewelry left and right to get it out, to get it sold, and they didn't mark anything. So a lot of that stuff you'll find could be, but it's just not marked.
Mhm.
So I don't know what to do with it. I'm thinking of putting it up for auction, but I'm gonna wait a while because I done screwed myself on that
You don't
the
want a
first
bunch of
time.
hate mail from people? No, and you're right.
Yes,
Like that Native American stuff is so hard because legally, that's not an eBay rule. There's an actual law. We cannot list it
yeah.
as, attributed. And it's so hard because I think you're right. It could totally be authentic, but they didn't sign a lot of this stuff. And but you're right, they probably know. So yeah, I just wait a while and auction it too. Or if the flea market guy thought it was valuable, he should have gave you an offer.
I was kind of waiting for that, but he acted like he wasn't like willing, maybe because it wasn't marked. He wasn't willing to give me any offer on it. But there are other people at the other flea market that I'm going to bring it to, which is in a couple weeks next weekend. So I thought I'll ask them. I'll ask around and just get some opinions.
Yeah, and
That's my
you having that happen brought up a good because I don't think that's what happened in this case because like I think this guy was trying to like, hey, I'll pay you more to not sell it to the other guy, and you just didn't catch that, which could happen when you're busy or whatever. But there is one of the only things I've ever used the scam word on because it is a scam is people will go in to sold listings where you've undersold something and say, hey, would you please cancel my order? And it's not the original buyer, but if you don't pay attention, which I could definitely have that happen to me, then you cancel it. Whereas I saw the transaction with him and you asked if you'd like it to cancel because you thought it was that original buyer, which, simple mistake. It was just you glance at it and you're like, because like he'd already bought it. So why would he want to come back and pay you more type of thing? But you were probably just busy. And
thought he was feeling guilty that he only paid 50 bucks for it, is what I thought. And I just thought, that's strange. I'll play your little game.
I was like, because
And
when
I
I
thought
read
he
that,
was
I'm like,
joking to say,
oh,
haha,
yeah.
I got your $50 bracelet or I got your $2,000 bracelet for 50 bucks. Nah. I thought that's what he was trying to say.
Here, let me give you more money. Well, that's a lesson too, is most
Yeah,
of the time on eBay, nobody feels bad about not giving you enough money, but um,
exactly.
most of the time they
I
don't care.
learned
But
that.
they will say that, hey, will you cancel my order? And then they go in and they snipe it when you relist it, which that is very scammy. And I don't think I would always catch that either because who remembers what the original purchaser's name was? Like if they acted like the original person, I wouldn't necessarily know either. But um, I have a guy that's been sending me like 10 or 15 messages to please quit. I'm not sending him anything. And he keeps saying, like, leave me alone. I don't want any communication from people on eBay. You need to stop. And I'm like, I'm not even sending anything. I'm assuming that eBay sending him things, but he's got like 6,000 feedback, so he should know what
Mhm.
how this works. I'm just like, you need to change your eBay settings. It's not me, but he's having hate mail at me too.
Yeah,
Right.
they have been pushing out a lot of notifications. Like if you just run past something and they say, you looked at this, and I'm like, no, I didn't. I might have scanned past it.
I always wonder if I don't have my settings changed because I hear that from lots of people and I don't really get them and I comp all the time on eBay, but I wonder if I have them turned off in my settings would be my guess. Cool time, Suzanne. So I'll share quick with my auctions that I feel like this one I don't really feel like I missed a bunch on. I just wanted to share this auction because I was really I'm gonna scroll down to the big lots. There's no way would have paid $300, 367 for lots that I can't see. They did show some examples, and I mean, I wasn't super impressed, I guess. I mean, it was probably some nice stuff in there. I don't know, but that's all you really got to see. So for them to go for 367 plus buyer's premium plus shipping, I thought was, but these are the prices I've been seeing on online auctions lately. So I guess it didn't surprise me, but I was not a contender. 450 bucks for this one. And this is all we got to see.
That's unreal.
Yeah. So you can see that I dropped out at 65 bucks. So I was totally out, but I would have paid $65 for that lot, but I wasn't paying any more. Not when I can't see what's in there. What if the only things they show you are the only things that aren't broken? And they really weren't that impressive what they're showing, right? I mean, to me, you can see on this lot, I was
No,
out
they're
at
not.
20. I was out at 20 bucks and it went for 395.50. So I guess this auction was just kind of surprising to me in the fact that like I was just like, this one went for 452.
Is it maybe that the people buying have bought from them before and know that they have good stuff in there?
This was a whole, they only do estates. I've bought from them before too. So all this jewelry was for one person.
Oh.
This is an estate.
So does that give you an idea of maybe how we could list ours? It's like
I
a
don't know.
mystery box, but they're all Ziplocs, so you can't really see them, and you only show like 4 pictures.
You know, I think high bid gets these high prices sometimes because you get into the heat of the moment type of thing. You know, people just keep hitting the bid button.
Yeah.
I do not. I didn't even bid on this one because I didn't see anything like, and when I was looking in this lot, there was lots of missing stones, there was lots of damage, lots of gold tone wear. So there's no way. Oh, I did. I bid $65 on that tray. And it went for
It's
367.
probably, I could totally see whatnot people buying this stuff.
Yes, I could too. But if I'm their accounting person or their bookkeeping person, this will not pencil out well. Not unless they get real lucky with some stuff. Because if it wouldn't
Yeah.
pencil out for us, Lynn, it wouldn't pencil out for a whatnot person.
No.
You know, if we're gonna list this stuff separate. And I did win a few lots from this, like 4 maybe. I don't know, not very many. I won like some $20 lots on this, and it wasn't like amazing. So I did not feel like I missed out on this one. But this one was in Iowa. I had it shipped to me because I was not no, this one wasn't from, where's the one that I the one I'm sure I did miss out on actually was in Iowa, but they did ship. Actually, I had them ship it to me. It was this one. Lots of, and I could have probably gone higher. Like these lots weren't going crazy, but I really looked at these lots and I was just like, yes, there was probably some sterling. Yes, there was probably some gold filled, but not knowing the estate, you don't know, right? So I'm not one that's going to risk a bunch of money on stuff I can't see or stuff that I wasn't sure about. And there was a lot of missing stones. So I was like, ugh. But I did win some lots that were like amazing. That I knew was one of those signed resin pieces. I can't remember the signature now. That was glass beaded. That was a pot metal. That was a nice dress clip. So I won this lot for $12.50, which was okay. Threw away the bead stuff. Like, wasn't for me. I think that heart ended up being gold filled. Yeah, that locket was gold filled. So I was okay about that. But my lots were really good. So I imagine the other lots were probably really good too. And I didn't pay up because this one I got for $8 and I thought, am I just losing it? Like, or I thought that necklace or whatever it was right here, I thought it looked really good. And I thought, well, maybe I'm just wrong, but for $8, it was not a big risk, you know, and that it was amazing. Like amazing.
It looks like it. It looks
So I
really
was like,
old.
it was really old. And I thought, why is nobody bidding on this? But anyway, this was it was just full of gold. Every lot I got on it was just full of gold, full of amazing things. And I should have ran all these lots up, but I didn't. But like on this, like I could have gone higher, but
oh, none of them went for in the hundreds, or a lot of
no,
them didn't.
so like this one, I just didn't see. Yeah, some of the stuff was cool, but not knowing the provenance of like whether the other lots were neat or not, it just didn't see a whole lot of. I don't know that I would have hit $50 on this because you don't know. Maybe it's that cheap junk too. You don't know. So I probably missed out on this one. But the way I look at it is everybody in our group and the whole entire, US of A could have been bidding on these. They were up for 11 days. I just missed out. I should have bid them up because I saw them. I knew they were up. I just didn't. I was in it for the cheaper. But see, and then you stuck a freaking Claire's in there with me, and then I'm wondering,
Oh
right?
gosh.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, don't you guys ever do that? Like, oh, now maybe it's just paparazzi with the tags torn off. Like, I didn't know.
But then you look at the one next to it, that that's kind of cool too.
The clasps were
That
missing on
by
that.
the earrings. It was the earrings.
Right
I
here.
thought that was a pendant hanging on that pearl necklace, but the pearl necklace has an old clasp on it. So
Yep, but some of them didn't have any clasps, but I could tell in the pictures. So I don't know. I missed out because the stuff I got was really good. So I paid like $168 plus shipping for 38 pounds of it. And it was all like, I mean, I was pulling gold out like crazy. I totally
So,
missed
I'm
out.
sorry, Carrie, when you say 38 pounds, is it like, so like this listing that we're looking at, is that what they consider like a flat? Like, I hear some people saying they go to auctions and they buy flat, like just like a flat, it looks like a box that's cut off and it's,
No. So I mean, kind of, they probably consider, but when I tell you guys I'll pay $75 to $100 for a flat of jewelry, this is more what I mean. Like, I mean like a full
soda
flat, like
box.
this. I mean like that. That's to me more the quantity for a flat of jewelry when I'm cherry picking a flat. So
So when you said you had about 38 pounds, how many auctions did you win for that 168?
8 or 9, I think.
Because like
'Cause
that last one that you showed us you won, that didn't weigh a pound.
I won some bigger lots though. They had 4 pages of this stuff. And I mean, there were some watches in there worth a couple $100.
Okay.
Yeah, I
130 months.
should just bid them all up. I won that lot, and like it was only $15, but one of these was gold. Of course, you can't tell that from the pictures. You know what I mean? A lot of it looked like crap, so I wasn't paying over $8 for it, $15 or whatever. But I know the reason I know, Mimi, that it was 38 pounds is because I had to pay for shipping. So I knew exactly what it weighed because I had to pay to ship it.
Okay. Now I was just trying to figure out like, because did they for each listing, do they tell you how much each like listing weighs? No, it's not until
Oh, no.
after. Okay.
I just knew because of shipping. And the box was really heavy. But like they didn't even, so there was like really cool sets in these boxes, but they didn't even show what was in the box.
So
They
this
didn't
one
open
you
up.
took a chance on it.
At $17, yeah.
But what did you see in that auction?
Boxes.
Like out of those pictures that you knew you could recoup your money on? Because I mean, you're not going to, you don't
Strictly on the
sell
box.
shell necklaces and the beads. So
I
what
wanted
did
what
you
was in the
see?
box.
Oh, okay.
So I paid $17 to find out what was in the box.
Okay. And what was in the box?
Really nice glass sets, and that one had a Trifari set in it.
Okay.
I got lucky.
Okay.
Could have been crap. Could have been a $17 nothing. But I'd already won one lot, so I knew I was gonna have to either go pick it up or ship it anyway. So I was like, hell of it. I'll just go ahead and get it. But like these watches in here. So this one, I could tell you why I bid on this. So this one I could tell was Sarah Coventry. Like, so from the other angle, you could tell it was one of those scallop Sarah Coventrys. This one, obviously not an oppressive cameo. This one, obviously a rhinestone brooch, but it's upside down. So for all I know, it's missing it, right? And then we got a Walmart pair of earrings. So they were confusing to me, this whole auction, because then I'm like, crap, like maybe it's crap. Like, I don't know. This was gold. This was on a gold chain. This little knife was on a gold chain. Who would have thought, right? This is an old celluloid brooch. That was pretty good. This ended up, one of these was sterling. That is a signed enamel piece. So it's just like the stuff I thought was crap. Like I was mad I won that lot because I'm like, what was I thinking? And then like, I don't know. It was so confusing to me. Oh, this was cool. This one that you never saw the top of is an old face. It's solid glass. And it's a face and it's in perfect condition. But I didn't bid on it for that because I didn't know what the hell it was. But anyway, if I had it to do over again, I'd go buy all those lots because it was full of really good stuff, but I didn't know it. It was a bummer.
See, when I'm
So
looking
yeah, I was
at
mad.
these lots on the online auctions, like that, I think what kind of throws me off, like that Walmart earrings or whatever, or they'll do a lot and then it'll show like a paparazzi thing, and I'll just pass
Usually
because I'm
that's
like, I
bad.
don't want to buy junk.
So this one I won for $9, and there was several pieces of gold in this one. But when
Wow.
you look at that, it could just as easily be not, right? I mean, it could just be
Yeah.
junk. And then then throw in a Claire's earring on me and stuff, and I was like, so I was just hesitant to bid these up. But if I had it to do over again, I'd buy all of it. I would have literally bought every single lot. I messed up. But
And
I was
not
pleasantly
knowing
surprised.
what was in there, what would have been your max bid on that lot if you?
You can see my max bid, it was $9.
Oh, that was your. Oh, okay. Wow.
Cheap, Mimi, I'm
Wow.
cheap. But sometimes me being cheap gets me where I miss out on good stuff. But I just couldn't tell from these other lots that there was, when I opened that box, I really didn't even want to process it because I thought, ugh, like, what, why did I even buy this crap, right? And the bead one, maybe I didn't. There was one glass necklace in that. The rest I threw away or put in a lot. I put in my junk lot. And I have some guy that buys beads from me that does, I paid $45 for this lot. What did I think was in there? I don't know. Oh, those watches were really good. Can't remember what they were, but they were really good. There was some like old Citizen watches in there that was really good. There's some of them that were in gold. That one was really good. That one at the corner. I should have went and looked at this stuff. Because if I would have known what I know now, I mean, I would have looked and I would have known to buy all these because it's about an hour and a half away from me, or a little over an hour. I think I bought this. Yeah, I bought them for the watches. And it was really good. And I screwed up, so should have bought all of it. I just didn't see the value and I just didn't know. But if I would have went and looked, I would have known that I was just gonna buy all of it. So anyway, guess I need to not be cheap. But sometimes, yeah, Mimi. So wow, that's a lot. I haven't spent that much in July on online auctions. Hey, it's Carrie with Reseller Revenue. Just wanted to come on and let you know if you'd like to see more of this, if you'd like to see more of my daily calls Monday through Thursday, and you'd like to participate, please go to Reseller Revenue Patreon group, and that's how you join our Facebook group also, is through that link. And you can join our morning calls, which we meet every day, Monday through Thursday at 9 a.m. Central Time. And then we have other calls afterwards, like we have a shoe call, a clothing call. We have a bunch of different kinds of calls. Also, the jewelry call that I do with Finds of Yesterday is on Tuesday mornings following the morning call. And also, you can get information on how to get personalized one-on-one coaching for an additional fee. From me, we'll review your store. We'll go through different ways you can improve your listings. So I'd love to have you. Please check out Resell Revenue on Patreon.